Gather round, children. It's that time where I get to look into and answer some interesting questions. And one question I found was this. If you put them in the Bleach verse, who would master Bankai first? The thing about Bankai is that it's more than just a power. It's a connection with your blade. See, in the Bleach verse, the Zanpakuto is what you'll be given, and you would have to have it by your side, putting your spiritual pressure into it, molding it. Basically, it's like your child. Let's just say all of them do have it. There are interesting ways how I can see who would master first. Some, I think, would take shorter times, and some would take longer time. The shortest one I feel like would definitely be Levi, only because Levi's whole thing is that he's not a swordsman, he's a soldier. He wouldn't really bond his swords, he just used what's most effective. Levi was using these nail guns to help fight against one enemy and switch it back and forth. But if I had to choose who would be the first one to master, I do love Killer B, I do love Jin, and even Arthur I can see, but I would put Kenshin at number 2. Mihawk would be number 1. See, the whole thing is that you will have to have your sword and you need to make a connection with it. And Hawkeye Mihawk is probably the most connected with his one sword, Yoru. Even if he were to get a new sword, imagine if everyone was told that they have a literal sword that can become whatever they desire based upon your will. See, the Zanpakuto, if you were to give it to them and they were to found out that they can make it become anything possible by just nurturing them, I can see either something of Mihawk, Kenshin be able to do this quite quickly. But Hawkeye Mihawk has already attained the title of the world's greatest swordsman. And remember, we're not talking about power. Like, even if you could say Arthur is probably the most powerful swordsman, they can connect with their sword. Honestly, Hawkeye Mihawk will probably connect his sword a lot more quicker than all the others. Probably attain a sword that allows him to do something similar to Kenpachi Zaraki, or probably even something beyond that. Of course, those are just my thoughts. What do you all think, grandkids? And what would be the one Zanpakuto you would want if you were given the chance?